I don't respect him anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turkey Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he walking me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So.
What happens when one of boxing's most calculated, no-nonsense killers finally loses control? When a man known for letting his fists speak in the ring decides to throw them outside it. This isn't just a rivalry anymore, it's personal. Terence "Bud" Crawford has just been arrested. Yes, arrested, after reportedly punching Canelo Alvarez during what was meant to be a private business meeting gone terribly wrong. But how did it come to this? What drove one of boxing's most composed champions to snap?
Never forget, Terence "Bud" Crawford said about Canelo Alvarez that he was ducking black fighters. He stated, and I quote, "He shied away from Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andre for a long time. When you look at Canelo's career, it's like he shied away from the black fighters. I think black fighters give him the most problems." Obviously, that's a damn lie. We've seen him destroy Austin Trout, Danny Jacobs, and now Jermall Charlo. So are we saying that those guys are not black fighters? Come on, make it make sense. Terence "Bud" Crawford was a Canelo hater. Never forget that.
At first, it was all subtle jabs. Crawford claimed Canelo avoids black fighters. Canelo responded by saying Crawford hasn't earned a shot. This wasn't just trash talk, it was disrespect, barely disguised as opinion.
Even though you see a small fighter, when you look in his eyes, do you see a fighter that could possibly beat you?
No, never. Never.
And every time Bud climbed the pound-for-pound rankings, every time he tore through another elite name, the disrespect only grew louder. Crawford became undisputed twice, defeated the undefeated boogeyman Errol Spence Jr., and still, Canelo refused to recognize him as a worthy opponent.
Canelo Crawford coming up September. What do you think about that fight?
Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength, because it's hard to go up in the higher weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like he should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Now, let's be real, Canelo is the face of boxing, the cash cow. But Crawford? He's the one fighters fear. He's not in it for the money. He's chasing legacy.
Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What frightens you?
Nothing about boxing.
No.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
So.
And maybe that's why it all boiled over. Let's rewind to just 3 days ago, when chaos broke out backstage at a charity event in Las Vegas. It was supposed to be low-key, Canelo was there for PR, Bud was passing through with his entourage. But the moment their eyes met, the energy changed.
Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford.
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man, a great warrior. When you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo, I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tested.
Skill pay the bill. That's why Canelo's skillful too.
No gloves. No security fast enough. Just one man, Crawford, unleashing years of tension with a clean right hand to Canelo's jaw. Cameras caught it. TMZ posted it. Within minutes, social media exploded. The footage spread like wildfire, showing Bud being escorted out by Vegas PD, shouting, "He's been ducking me for years," while Canelo was treated for a busted lip and what some are calling a possible orbital injury. The charge? Misdemeanor assault. But because it happened at a high-profile venue, it's more serious than it sounds. The Nevada Athletic Commission is involved, and Bud's promoter is reportedly scrambling for damage control. Crawford isn't a hothead. He's one of the calmest, coldest assassins in the sport. He doesn't talk, he punishes. So for him to snap like this, it says a lot. This wasn't just about boxing. It was years of disrespect, bottled up frustration, and being ignored by the media, the promoters, and by Canelo himself. Canelo got to fight GGG 3 times. He fought Kovalev, Bivol, Ryder, even went up to 175 for a payday. But Crawford? He never got the call. Never got the respect.
Everything. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You've been undisputed now in 2 weight classes. This would give you undisputed championship in the 3rd weight class. But not just that, you know you're fighting an all-time great, and you know that the credit's gonna go to you if you beat a guy like Canelo Alvarez at 168. Is that why you want it?
Well, when I beat him.
When you beat him.
Definitely. You know, the stakes is high. You know, it's high risk, high reward type of fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
When would you say, from memory, that you first thought this fight was a real possibility, that you started thinking about this fight actually happening?
Well, I started thinking about it, you know, a couple of years ago when they started talking about Spence fighting Canelo. Then just, you know, sizing him up, like, all right, how tall is he? You know, how long his arms and things like that, just sizing him up like that and going to his fights and things like that. And when you walk out the ring, I'm looking at him like, all that big, you know. So me talking with Turkey and Turkey not wanting to fight, and me like, yeah, this is the fight that I want, being that, you know, he's the last great fighter of our era, you know. That's just like, you know, me fighting a Pacquiao, Mayweather, De La Hoya, and things like that. So that's why I wanted to fight.
And when someone like Bud feels disrespected for too long, eventually, fists fly. Canelo's camp quickly released a statement, calling the punch unprovoked and a disgrace to the sport. They also hinted at possible civil action, meaning Bud might be facing more than just criminal charges. Here's the irony, this might be the dumbest move Bud's ever made, but it could also secure the biggest payday of his career. Why? Because this just elevated their potential fight to a whole new level. Now there's real beef. Real emotion. And in boxing, emotion sells. Mayweather vs. Pacquiao took 6 years to make because it lacked one thing, drama. Crawford vs. Canelo now has it in spades.
Got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too.
The size difference? Insane. Canelo walks around at 180, while Crawford has never fought above 154. That's a huge risk, but so was Spence. And look what Bud did to him. If this fight gets sanctioned, it won't just be a boxing match. It'll be a personal war.
A little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it? You know, but those intangibles. I believe that he...
And don't be surprised if it shatters every pay-per-view record out there. Now, let's talk reactions. Some fans say Bud disgraced the sport, that a champion of his level should never resort to off-the-record violence. Others are calling it karma, claiming Canelo's years of ducking finally caught up to him. Predictions for Canelo versus Crawford are all over the map, and that's exactly what makes this fight so electric.
Now, what the media is reporting, and it's circulating, is that Canelo Crawford is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight? Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov? Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's going to do to him? Run him out of the ring.
Shakur Stevenson didn't hold back, he's all in on Bud. According to Shakur, Crawford is going to cook Canelo, plain and simple. But Oscar de la Hoya, despite his rocky history with Canelo, took a different stance. He said Bud is in over his head and that Canelo will run him out of the ring based purely on the size difference.
Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show.
Teofimo Lopez is picking Canelo to win, and he's confident about it. But on the other side, Andre Ward is backing Bud all the way. Ward believes Crawford's IQ, timing, and adaptability are so elite that he can pull off the upset at 168.
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you
well,
feel
of course, yeah. I like Terence. I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and, you know, but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. And he can win for sure. But Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
David Benavidez believes that if there's one fighter who can beat Canelo, it's Terence Crawford. Then there's Eddie Hearn, who's been on the fence. At first, he saw it as Canelo's fight to lose, but the way Crawford's been moving, calm, focused, talking like he's already won, has made Hearn second-guess everything.
Man Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford?
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man, and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody could do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that'll be tested.
Crawford's not chill anymore, he's snapped. And that punch at the airport wasn't just a heat-of-the-moment reaction. It was a message, a statement. Bud's done with the back and forth, the dodging, the he's too small talk. So instead of waiting for fight night, he brought the smoke early. That punch flipped the entire narrative. Now, it's no longer just about Bud moving up in weight, it's about whether Canelo can hold it together when someone refuses to bow to the crown.
The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it. And lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3, and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Crawford started at 135, that's true. But this isn't some timid little guy stepping into enemy territory. Bud's coming to conquer. He's not asking for permission to be great, he's demanding it.
If Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov is a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
And yeah, Canelo's been the boogeyman at 168, cracking skulls and breaking faces. Just ask Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, or Sergey Kovalev. They all felt that Mexican power firsthand.
One fight above 147 pounds, and everyone, including Terence Crawford, will tell you that was not his finest performance against Israel Madrimov. He is older than Canelo, he is coming up in weight, he's coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what, Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
No, same here. Even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to favor him because he's been in there with the bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hurt him. Crawford would be able to pepper him up, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloodied and bruised because he's going to get pot shotted. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then get an angle. Then once Canelo starts realizing I'm falling behind here or I'm getting hit too much, I gotta do something great, that's when Crawford's gonna have to get on his.
But Bud? He's different. He's not coming to box cute, he's coming to frustrate, outthink, and punish. A switch-hitting sniper with ice in his veins, and now, a chip on his shoulder the size of Nebraska.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Canelo's been looking slower, more flat-footed, playing it safe against B-level opponents, and Bud saw that. That's exactly why he wants this fight now. He smells legacy. He smells vulnerability. And that sneak shot at the airport? It wasn't about being dirty, it was a power move. A moment that said, I'm not here to respect you. I'm here to dethrone you.
He's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. So everybody, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, we take in this fight. If the knockout comes, then it comes. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terence, you've said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
When I win. I didn't say if I win.
Okay.
I said when I win.
Well, with that, what is Terence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that.
Canelo fans are rattled, because let's be honest, he didn't retaliate. He just stood there, shocked. And in boxing, that's a bad look. That's a man second-guessing. That's doubt creeping in.
A lot of negative things about Canelo's resume, but I won't. I wanna, pay homage to the fighters that he fought. And if he don't want to pay homage to the fighters I fought, if he think they nobodies, then come fight time, then I wonder what they're going to say after I beat him.
When he pushed you, I know you've gained weight. You look actually a lot bigger. When he gave you a half shove, how is that size feeling now?
Listen, that wasn't nothing. What I mean? That little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching. So
that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below.